How to create consistent content on Instagram. That's the challenge that we're tackling today in this video. It was the subject of an Instagram live I did recently over on my account, and today I'm sharing some highlights with you. On this channel, I talk a lot about branding, marketing, Instagram, and more. Always practical advice to build your brand. Be sure to subscribe for more videos just like this one. Now let's get to creating consistent content on Instagram. I'll switch over to my computer so it's a little bit easier for me to share some visuals with you. When you plan your content, or when I plan my content, which by the way, is a New Year's resolution of mine. Last year, I was very excited to launch 3 courses. One of them called Content Mastery, my bestseller. Here's the hypocritical part of this. I was teaching people how to plan their content, and much of last year I didn't plan it. I did it on the fly, which is not ideal. Why is it not ideal to just post content, create it, and post it in the moment? 100% of the time, if that's what you do, it's taking you too long to do it, which means you're likely to become a social media quitter. When you are having to rely on creating and posting in the moment, it takes too long. It takes 23 minutes and 15 seconds to regain deep focus after an interruption. And trust me, if you're in the habit of timing yourself, you would be shocked at how long a small, quick little miscellaneous task actually takes. By the time you get focused, you turn your phone over so you don't get distracted, and you finish a task, it takes a really long time to get into the mindset to do it, finish it, okay? Content, this is so true. 2, I prioritize more than 3 platforms. For you, a personal brand, a startup, a lean operation, a small business, I recommend being a superstar on one, okay? A superstar on one, or if you have time and the ability, the threshold to juggle 3, be a rock star on 3, okay? That's my recommendation. So we're talking about why I plan content very quickly. I want to give you an analogy really quick. Think of Instagram as a radio station. Imagine that you are managing a radio station, okay? Imagine that you are having to juggle all aspects of this. First, you're trying to put music on the air, content, right? That's what people want. You're also having to listen to what people want. You're paying attention to what songs do well or what programming does well, so you can give more of it. You're also having to program ads. So you're thinking about, okay, well, I need to pay for the radio station for the content, so I need to run advertising, right? But if it's too much advertising, what are people gonna do? They're gonna change the channel. A radio station doesn't just pick songs on the fly. A radio station actually programs their content ahead of time. Now, they also do a mix of live content, right? So, not to get specific, I studied broadcast journalism back in the day, so I think about this, but it's a thing called voice tracking, right? So they'll pop in live and say, okay, it's 1:12 in the afternoon, and here's the news, or here's the weather. That's not pre-recorded. That's live. So it's a mix of live content with a mix of pre-planned content plus ads, right? You're not just here to be social. Ideally, you're here to also be social and to build your business, but not too much advertising because people will change the channel. And if they change the channel on Instagram, they stop interacting with you, they start paying attention to other accounts, then Instagram will stop showing your content to those people, even if they're still following you. If you are not doing this now, but you start planning content, you might find in the first exercise of this that it feels pointless or it feels unnecessary. But once you get into the rhythm, you have to trust me. If you haven't planned, plan 1 week and just trust me on it. Go with the flow of that, and you're gonna see throughout the week how much easier this is gonna make your life. My last thought on this is the advantage of planning content. Obviously, it makes your life easier. What it also does is it gives you a chance to to edit content that you create, okay? When you create things in the moment, you put it out there, probably do it quickly because you got a lot of other things on your list. Great, but what's great is when you write it and then you have a few days that pass from the moment you write it to when you post it, I can almost guarantee you're gonna make changes, even if it's only punctuation or slightly rephrasing it. So planning content ahead of time also gives you an opportunity to edit your content. I plan my content in 2-week batches, or I should say one document has 2 weeks in it, and I number it based on the weeks of the year. So this is week 1 of 2021, and then next week will be week 2. I'm gonna show you how this looks on my screen. Hopefully you can see it on my screen. At the very top, I summarize my objectives or my cadency of social media. So how often I'm gonna post on which platform. It's not optimized for mobile, but I'm showing you quickly. So if it's just text, it's literally just a cell, a table. And I note in a short form so I know what it is. And then I'll add a cell to the side of it, and if that's for an image or any kind of media. Okay, this is a Google Doc. I made this myself. And what's great is, yes, it takes a little bit of time to set up. Or if you're in my content mastery course, you already have this exact template. You're looking at a finished week. Now we're gonna look at week 2 next week. I put X's where I need to fill in content. That means I haven't done it yet. Okay, so TW means tweet, IG/FE means Instagram feed. TikTok is a platform I absolutely love, but I haven't had time to create on it. Why? Because I've been really disorganized with posting social media content, meaning I've been posting on, Instagram sporadically. By the time I post on Instagram sporadically, or I, tweet, LinkedIn, etc., email blasts, I lump all of this into content, and then I don't have time to create on this platform. So with my New Year's resolution of really consistently planning my content, I'm also gonna start creating on TikTok, which I absolutely love. You don't necessarily need my template to plan your content. If you're in my content mastery course, then use it because it works well for me. It'll probably work well for you. But you could just start a Google Doc template, a blank document today. So do your content in one place. Google Doc works well for me. I know I'd love to hear if anyone else uses another tool to plan their content. I'm not talking about scheduling it, okay? It's easy to have an admin, an assistant, or you can schedule your content after it's planned out for the week. It actually, for me, it takes no time at all. Some things I schedule, some things I don't. I don't schedule things on Instagram. I prefer to post live, so I keep my content doc bookmarked in my browser. It's up, that window's up almost all the time, so I can quickly jump over, copy, and paste it. I love this. So here's what people are using: Notion, Box Notes. Airtable is an awesome tool. I haven't fully understood it, I hate to admit. I haven't wrapped my head around Airtable, but I have so many friends that use it and absolutely love it. Shay, you gotta teach me. The first time around always takes the longest. To set up your doc originally, okay, then you put the dates in. I'm old school. I still prefer to see all my content in one place, so I don't think about scheduling it yet until my week is done. I'm clear on what I post out live, and then I'm clear on what gets scheduled. I have no one else, other than Lauren's help to write some of this content, I have no one else that helps me. I do my own social media content in addition to running a branding agency, in addition to being a keynote speaker, and I still get it done. So I think I would emphasize this, you don't have to plan all of your content. This isn't all or nothing. This isn't all or nothing. Even planning some of your content will get you farther ahead, and you will stay on top of it, on top of your content in addition to everything else. So we're shifting gears slightly. There he is.
Hello, how's it going?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm enjoying this talk. This is awesome. Be proactive. Don't be reactive. I was a lifeguard for 10 years, my first job, still probably the best job I'll ever have. The main thing that made me so good at that job that I would always say is I'm proactive. I don't wait for the person to start drowning. I try to spot, that potential non-swimmer or that kid who's going towards the deep end. Same thing has to happen with your content, right? Last year though, I was being a hypocrite. I was being reactive. Every morning I woke up, say I woke up at 8 a.m. and I said, what am I going to post about today? What do I want to post about? What's interesting to me? What's on my mind now? And I would spend 2 to 3 hours in the morning because I was, just waking up. And I would make my post, get it up for like 11 a.m., missing the prime time hour, right? And altogether as a whole, my content strategy was weak. It had no unity. It didn't really contribute to any overall, plans for my business. It was really just random here, there, piecemeal, right? And it didn't come together to make this overall strategy. So I'm in the same boat. This year, I'm all about starting off being proactive. What goals do I want to achieve? How is my content and the different types of content I'm making contributing to those goals? So the greatest way you stand out is by using what nobody else can, using yourself. And I don't know to what extent I've told you this, but I met you. I think you're probably one of the first 100 people I discovered on Instagram and connected with way back in the day. And your account is what I want to achieve with my own, because I look at your account and I don't just see, one type of content. I don't just see all value. I don't just see all promotion. I don't just see all like personal life. I see everything. I see a very diverse content strategy, right? So my main tip and the real motivation behind this product I've made is to really have those diverse content pillars. Don't just have that one thing. Don't just have that one way of showing up. You're going to stand out by, sharing your personal life, sharing your personal story, bringing value and educating that audience.
Those are my thoughts on creating consistent content, and thanks to Lucas O'Keefe for making a guest appearance. He's awesome. I've had him in my videos before, and I've linked to his Instagram profile below. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more videos just like this one. You can also hit that bell to be notified when I post next. I've also got a bunch of freebies down below linked, so ebooks, checklists, and more that will help you grow your brand. Next, I'll share a few popular Instagram videos that I've made that will help you ace your strategy. I'm Phil, thanks for watching, and those are coming up next.